what's going on, world? It's your boy Boom back at it again for This Is 50, man. We got a very special guest today. And if you guys don't know, obviously you've seen her all over YouTube, all over the world, and all over music right now. She's one of the biggest names in R&B right now, and she definitely deserves that title. So we got Queen Naija today in the building. What's up, Queen Naija? How you doing?
Hello, it's your girl Queen. What's up?
All right. Now you just dropped your debut album, not your first EP, not nothing. It's your first official full-length album.
Yes,
it's understood.
It took me long enough, but I had to make sure I loved it most of all, because you can't drop something you don't love yourself. And I just wanted to make it an album that would have longevity. So I wanted to make sure it was pretty classic. I feel like I accomplished that. And I'm just, I'm still hungry. I'm still trying to promote. I'm still trying to get people to listen and just get the general public to feel me and feel where I'm coming from.
Well, one thing I want to ask you first is about you being fully embraced by just hip hop in general. Like a lot of over this last year, you've worked with a lot of artists. One being the late Pop Smoke, and I want to know how you feel about being embraced by a genre that you, originally didn't step into, but they embraced you more than R&B did at the time.
Man, you know what I feel like? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I don't know why. It seemed like all the rappers love me. Like, that's just honestly how it feels. Like, not all of them, but like the people, the hip hop, like genre and culture, it seemed like they loved to get me on the hooks, and like they just really mess with me. And I don't know, is it because of my transparency or because I, just try to keep it real and I'm just real down to earth, and that's probably what hip hop culture consists of. Maybe not all the way, but mainly. And I don't know why, but it feels very good, being that I grew up in a household where my mama listened to Tupac. Used to have, like various artists. Like she used to have like big karaoke parties where people come and just rap on the mic and freestyle when I was little. Like, me, I'm into R&B. So I grew up off of the old school music too, but I'm saying like in the early 2000s and all that stuff, that's like, I heard a lot of rap too. So, but that's not my forte. Like, I can't rap at all. But I guess it feels great to be embraced, as long as I'm embraced, period, by whoever. I guess it don't really matter.
And then while making this album, you once again had a child. So I would ask, like, what was it like recording while, going through these various stages in life that come with pregnancy?
Did I record while I was pregnant? Oh, right after I had my baby. I think I started right on the end of my pregnancy, like right on the end when I was ready to pop. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till after. And then after I had the baby, I started going back to the studio. And I went to a studio that I was really comfortable with. I went to only one producer. His name's Lil Ron. We was he has a home studio, so it was super comfortable. My kids could run around, and well, not both, because one could walk here, but it was just comfy for me, But I was just trying to get it by any means, because like a part of that came from me. I was just super hungry for it, and it came from like me wanting to at first prove people wrong, because it was like, oh, you had a baby, your career, you just started your career, well, it's going down the drain now, and I was like, no, you ain't about to say this, but it turned into me just really wanting to prove to myself that I can do it, because obviously if I believe those people, I had those doubts within myself. So, I was like, you know what? Let me prove this to myself. I can do this. I'm a woman. Like, I could be a mother and an artist. You know what I'm saying? I can do both. And it wasn't that, but I got through it. And I feel like it even made me stronger. It just made me stronger, So
Definitely.
I'm happy I got to do that, experience that.
Definitely. And then speaking of, strength and making you stronger and going through what you went through, how did this whole process strengthen you faithfully or spiritually, I guess I would say?
Spiritually, like in God? Let me just tell you the truth. Shoot. I honestly wrote you. my faith has always been strong in God, always, no matter what. This is not like the factor that has strengthened me with God. If anything, this has made me just get a little bit more conscious. Like, okay, let me not go too far away because doing this R&B stuff, but I know at the end of the day, my calling is to lead people to Him. But I also at the same time love to just do music to express myself and do music that people can relate to. And I just love the sound of R&B music, but at the same time, like, it just kept my conscience open about God. Like, okay, let me not get into, because, a lot of times you get into the industry and they want to change your image. They want to make you into a sex icon. They want to turn you into something that looks a little bit darker than what you are. And that's not what I am, I just speak about real stuff, real life stuff. And tapping into my artistry as well. CJ, he see you. It's too late.
Yeah.
Tapping into my artistry, I guess I kept my conscience. I do still have a lot more work to do. I do plan on releasing a gospel album, like, I don't know when, but I have to do it. If I don't, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Well, definitely everybody can be looking forward to that. But now, one thing you did on this debut album is you definitely stepped out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Really stepped out there. So how did it feel just being not even vulnerable, just being that expressive, like, with yourself, just naturally? And I know, like, being that you have, like,
which part are you talking about? Come on, give it to me. What part are you talking about?
I mean, I'm talking about the car. I mean, we got to have people listen to the album. We're talking about, everything in the car and whatnot. So, I mean, we got to.
Wait. Am I tripping, like, the car? What you talking about?
How you were riding in the car and I got to explain this part.
Yes, go ahead. What are you talking about?
I mean, you guys was riding in the car, and then, pulled over, whatnot, and you guys did the deed.
Hold on, wait. What are you talking about?
It was, I can tell you right now which song it was. I think it was Love Language, I think. It's either Love Language or Pack Light, I believe.
Oh, I think Love Language is the song that I kind of like showed my sexy a little bit, and I had to. On the video, also, like, Tiana Taylor, she was directing that video, so she was like, "Come on," she was telling me, she was like, "Come on, get sexy." And it was so funny because, like, when I had a little role, she was like, "Caress your body." She was like, "Come on, get it sexy, you can." So we in a room or whatever, and she like moan if you need to moan. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to moan in front of all these people. Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, first of all, I'm like not like that. I'm real goofy. I was laughing, like, I was laughing the whole time.
She's trying to bring the realism out of you.
Tiana Taylor, she knows she don't mind stepping into her sexy, like, right away. So, I mean, that was a part, I guess, I just opened up because I just feel like, a lot of people, I have grown fans too, not just kid fans. And I think that's another thing that's misunderstood.
Yeah,
like, I have grown fans.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think that my fan base is only kids. That's not, like, no. So I didn't mind tapping into that just because I am a grown woman. I have 2 kids. People know what I did. Like, it's not no secret.
Yeah.
So and that's just a part of life. It's just a part of life. So it was hard, but I ain't trying to go too deep into that, get raunchy. Like, a lot of things, like a song that Bitter, that song that before that was presented to me, well, when it was presented to me, it was a totally different hook. The hook was, "This is too sweet to be bitter." Yeah. I'm like, I'm not saying that. I like to do it in a tasteful way. I'm just, like, not super vulgar, raunchy. I try not to be because, I usually didn't even curse in my music because, I don't know, I didn't feel like I needed to get a point across. People was like, "Oh, come on, and just bring the feeling. Brings the feeling. When you mad, you wanna." So I was like, "All right, bro." So I kept it on there. You and that B on there, and but.
Sure. Okay, well, speaking about creative control, like you said, they wanted you to say something that you didn't want to say, you didn't feel comfortable saying, so you drew the line right there, and then obviously they made you bring out, your more explicit side and other aspects. So, How was it like doing your debut album as far as maintaining creative control and then letting leeway go and then, you know, tightening the reins when you had to?
I basically controlled my whole album. My whole album. Like nobody could have that. And if I didn't like something, I was gonna tell them no. Like that's not happening. It's not going down. It's not I'm not putting it out. If I wanted to put a song out and they said I shouldn't, I still put the song out on the album because it's my album. It's my debut album. It's not anyone else's. And this is a part of like when I first got signed, one of the first things I told them was I wasn't gonna sign to nobody, but I want to keep my creative control. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do that. Like don't try to, you know, make me be something that you want me to be. I'm gonna be what I want to be, you know, and I'm gonna tell and show what I want to show. So I controlled everything down to just the cadence, the beat, the instruments that people use in the production. No, I want you to do this kind of drum. I want you to do that. So like I control most of that. And then if I had a, you know, I used to be like, oh no, I'm gonna write all my songs. But, you know, I had to realize that allowing a co-writer to come in and help me with a concept or help me, you know, use a different word or a different sentence is not going to take away from my ability to write. So I had some writers in there that we worked together. We did it together. And, you know, sometimes they would write some stuff and I would go in and change it up, just make it more fitting to me. But pretty much like it was never really an issue with the control thing. Like that's why my album sounds the way it do, because like that's all me. Even if someone else helped me out with it, it's like I'm not going to put it out if it's not me. You feel me? So it was easy going, you know. Definitely. I tell people what I
don't. And then like one thing you mentioned was working with Tiana Taylor, just having a female director give you such amazing visual. Do you plan on working with more female directors in the future?
I would love to. I would love to work with more female artists, female, you know. I just think it's like it's dope when you can see like women come together and just really like be bosses together, you know. Tiana, I let her take the lead on a lot of things though when it came to my videos because, well, no, not the concept of the video, but just like the way she directed and told me how to move like this. Cause like I said, that's not my, you know, thing. I'm more into the music side. So when it comes to like acting or like just, you know, like, I don't know, playing a role, I let her take control most of that and tell me like how to do it because Tiana, she's a dramatic. Everybody knows that. So she got that down pat. And I was open to it and I would love to work with any more female, any female that want to work with me, long as, you know what I'm saying, you cool, you down to earth.
Now, one thing that you did do that surprised probably a lot of people was your collaboration with Mulatto. I know that surprised a lot of people in the project. So, like, what was it like getting it in with her as far as...
That surprising, really?
Yeah, I mean, based on you guys' you know, sound, or not sound, but basically probably your lyrics.
Jen. Sorry.
So most likely your lyrics, obviously she's not afraid to tap into that whole raunchy lane and whatnot.
That's what I wanted her to bring more of that edge to that song. I knew she could do that. I didn't want it to be super like, you know, singy. I wanted her to add some rawness to it, and she pretty raw. So we didn't work in person. We did not work in person. She did it, I think London Jay hit her up and asked her to put a verse on there. And she did it eventually. But when it came out, she slid on it. So I was pretty much happy, and she's cool. Like we actually never even met in person, but we always like she retweets my stuff, I retweet her stuff. We kind of just like, she shows me support publicly, I show her support. So like until we meet in, you know, in person, I think we're gonna end up doing a video later.
Hopefully we get a video for the song. So.
Oh yeah, and that video gotta be fire, like.
For sure. Now, I mean, obviously you worked with Mulatto and you worked with Kira Lindy, I believe. But one thing that people would ask is, was there other female R&B features that you had planned for the album that didn't make it?
Definitely. Definitely. It was some other artists that Lee. Should I go into that? He asked, was there any other R&Bs that I planned for? I ain't gonna say what, I just say I planned. Yeah, I planned for Janae Aiko to be on the album. Didn't go as planned. I think I asked, I think me and SZA, we still talk to the. Ari Lennox said you guys seen the song it was doing. I was just like, that was one of them dumb crazy songs, like them crazy freaky. Oh shoot! It say your internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me? See me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
That was one of those like songs, you know what I'm saying? So I was scared. We never finished it, but I'm gonna go finish it with her for the deluxe. And yeah, I think pretty much those three.
What about Tiana Taylor? She directed you, so why y'all can do a collaboration? Would it be plans of a collaboration?
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
What about Tiana Taylor? She directed you in the
video. Definitely, I did. But Tiana, I didn't want to ask her to put too much on her. Like, she was already working super hard doing all of my videos. She was pregnant at the time, so it's like, I didn't want to like be like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to run her away. But I would love to do a song with Tiana. She's dope.
No doubt. So how does it feel having so much respect from a lot of the other females in R&B? Because you get mentioned a lot by a lot of other R&B females, and they really love your music or really love you.
Whatever support I get, I just take it in, and I appreciate it from whoever. I know it's not for a lot of people. It seems like, a lot of people do show me love, in the industry, but the people that don't, I feel like low-key show me love in private, I don't know why. I feel like sometimes people just, don't feel the need to publicly do it. But the people that do publicly show love, I appreciate it. They're not ashamed to, or they're not afraid. I always show love to people no matter what, because I just feel like it's not going to take it from my gift, and it's always good to know that your peers are supporting you and you're not alone in this industry.
Okay. Well, we got a fan question from Kayleen out of Dallas. She wants to know, how do you feel about people saying the current state of R&B doesn't exist and mention your name within that same conversation?
Well, it depends on how they mention my name that it doesn't exist.
Ones and the people you
I mean, I feel like a lot of times they say R&B, the real essence of R&B doesn't exist right now because of everybody doing collaborations with hip hop artists and whatnot. But I feel like you have a foundation with your gospel background. So.
I just feel like this, you can't, it's tough because you can't go like back and bring exactly back what R&B was. It's a new day. It's 2020. If I try to do that right now, they'll probably clown me. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to sound like? So you still have to put it in a way where like it's still modern. Like I feel like truthfully, I'm not gonna toot my horn. I feel like what I'm doing is R&B. I really do. Of course I can do versatile. I can do other things too, and I can, sometimes like I could rap. I mean, not rap. No, I could sing on the trap beat. I could, but at the end of the day, I feel like what I'm giving is R&B. You feel me? I was raised on that, and I have no, like, I can't help it. That's just in me. So even down to the cadences or down to the melodies that I use and harmonies, like, it's just, it's R&B, and I just feel like this. I mean, people, they have their own opinions. So if you feel like that, then, go listen to somebody else.
And then another question we got from Kai Diamond. She asked, why is it so hard for YouTube and social media influencers to gain respect in the music industry? Are you able to separate YouTube from a musician?
Definitely, I can separate the YouTube from musician. But I don't know why people do that. Like, I don't know why people don't show YouTubers respect. It's like we probably get more money than a lot of people. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I bag off of YouTube. My boyfriend makes a bag like a rapper off of like, I don't know why people don't respect it. It's like, just like if somebody working 9 to 5, like, would you say that to somebody a 9 to 5? Like, oh, that's not, you know what I'm saying? That ain't real because you work, it don't matter as long as you work and get your. If I got known off my personality, why should you guys tell me that I can't also sing and do what I was born to do? I just happen to have a good personality and I can sing. So what? Like, I can only have one? I don't think that's right, and it's not fair, you know? And I think people need to stop putting YouTubers in a box. Some people that do YouTube really have the talent, you know, just like DDG. DDG also, I don't know if you know who, he's a rapper. He's great. Like, he makes really good music. And I feel like people, you know, I don't speak for him, but just for me, like, just coming from a YouTuber like myself who started from there, I just feel like people don't put respect on us, and it's not, you know, I feel like it will slowly change, because if you think about it, a lot of artists now are going over to YouTube, and they're like trying to bring their personalities out more. Listen, when I came before I was signed, like, I had a fan base already. Where'd that come from? YouTube. The reason why I feel like, you know, a lot of, like, medicine did so good. YouTube. Don't clown YouTube. Like, we get money over here.
Man, how you just gonna tell everybody about, or how you just gonna get in everybody's pockets? How you gonna get in all these people's
I'm
pockets?
just saying, because I feel like people clown YouTubers. I don't know what. Look at why they show them less respect just because they're recording their lives. We like our own directors. You know, you got to look at it like that. So I don't think that somebody should try to downplay someone as an artist because they started on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to really get into, like, you know, but, you know, I'm just trying to let y'all know it's really real.
All right. How therapeutic was this album for you personally?
How therapeutic? Very therapeutic. It's the only way I could really let off my steam. If I don't do that, probably go on a Twitter rant.
You gotta maintain peace on social media.
Definitely, because they always win.
All right. And then another person, Lizzie Brody asked, what would be the best mother advice that you would give?
Best mother advice? Oof. I mean, you know, I'm still working on mine. You know, I guess I would just say, your kids, I feel like your kids, just coming from experience, your kids remember things from a young age, you know? So let it be known that you love them, and not just with things, you know? Love on them, like, you know, tell them you love them and embed it into their brains. And I guess just really teach them love. That's all I mean, love and respect for people. The best thing you can do also is just instill God into them. When you raise a kid that knows who God is, when they get older, they'll know how to go to him. You know what I'm saying? After all, he controls everything. And sometimes, like, if I'm far away from my kids, all I can do is pray and know that God got them, you know? Instill God into your kids, you know, as much as you can. We can't be perfect, but as much as you can, and just let them know that, let them have memories of, no matter what, let them grow up knowing that you love them.
No doubt. And then being that, you know, we're in a pandemic that has lasted longer than anybody ever expected, and you dropping a debut album, I want to know, as far as touring goes, I know eventually you'll get back to touring, but what are some places that you're really looking forward to sharing or to rocking the stages at? What cities?
Definitely my hometown, and definitely New York, because I consider that, like, you know, I feel like I be from New York sometimes. Just everywhere that people love me. I'm probably most scared to go overseas, though. I'm super scared, man. Anything foreign, like, I'm just scared, because, like, first of all, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of that. I'm willing to learn. I just don't understand it. And the flights, man. The flights.
You afraid of flying?
Not really flying, but flying probably long periods of time. It's like, okay, we up in here in this sky for 10 hours, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just really like, what if we run out of gas?
You know, flying is the safest way to travel.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been on a plane and it had mad turbulence and felt like it was gonna go down?
Once, but it didn't. Luckily for me, it didn't. All right, all right. We're moving forward, but okay. Being that this is 50, we gotta ask you, what's your favorite 50 Cent moment?
50 Cent moment? Can I say song?
You can say song if you want. I mean,
Um, can I just tell you something funny? So
okay.
when he what's that song called? When I was little, I used to watch his music videos. You say you a gangster, you ain't really.
Wankster,
That little boy and
his son.
that little boy in his video, he looked just like him, by the way. I don't know, when I was little, I used to want to be in that music video too with when I was a little girl. I had to be like maybe, I don't know, like 7, 8. And his song Mini Man, you know, like I remember his stuff from like way back. You know, we used to play that. So he got so many hits. 21 Questions. I mean, Magic Stick. He got so many hits. Like I can't even. But yeah, I don't know. I guess what I just told you. A little funny.
And if you could give any advice to people, obviously living or working to live out their dreams, like you did. I mean, obviously this was a dream of yours, and you got to this point. And when you got to the dream, it was obviously a lot of what you expected, a lot of what you unexpected. So, what would you give advice for people that's trying to get to living out their dreams?
Don't compare your success to other people's success, and don't compare your don't compare your timeline, your progress to other people's. You know, if you see somebody else passing you up, it's just their time. You know, you'll get your time when it's ready, when it's meant. You know, and you don't always have to have the same amount of success as somebody else to be considered successful. You know, so I guess that's all. You know, some people like, I don't know, like when I came into this industry, I didn't think I was gonna be like, I'm not thinking Beyonce. I ain't thinking that, because I ain't about to be on stage dancing around out of breath and singing, you know. No. So my success right now is right here, where, you know, people can feel my music and, you know, resonate with it. So don't compare it.
Sure, for sure. Well, just one fan coming to you, speaking for almost every fan that you have, and we want to say we love the album, Misunderstood. Glad you got what you made the perfect album for you as an artist and as a woman, and appreciate you living up to your name, not only just being Queen Naija, but actually being a queen, a black queen, a strong black queen in this culture, and being with everything going on. You really are an influence to a lot of people, and they appreciate that. And we want to let you know that we appreciate you. Make sure you go check out Queen Naija's new debut album, Misunderstood. Make sure you let her know your favorite song on the album. Yeah. Don't just sit there and just talk about what she could do better on the album. Just make sure you let her know about your favorite songs on the album. And like I said, thank you for everything that you've done. We look forward to seeing you continue to grow as an artist and continue to make even better music. And we look forward to your next project. So, like I said, this is 50. This is Queen Naija, and we're out of here. Peace.
Peace out.